Welcome in, everybody. It is 6 o'clock on this Wednesday. Thank you for starting your day with us here on Sunrise. Jason and Alicia here with you.
We're both really looking forward to loud budgeting, where you just yell numbers.
No, not loud budgeting. Loud budgeting. That's what we're looking forward to.
Oh, the weather's weird. We're weird. It's a good Wednesday, John. Good morning.
I can't wait. We're going to be talking about Solana and cryptocurrency while we're yelling at each other. 31 degrees outside right now. I don't know. That's my goal in life, is to get everybody to do that. All right, south winds is right now at 6 miles per hour. It is breezy. That is key because we have a dense fog advisory, but the wind is actually clearing us out. So you're waking up this morning, we have that dense fog advisory, but it might have to exit early here, because since we've started the show at 5 o'clock in the morning, we've actually started to see complete improvements here. I'm not even really anticipating a bad travel from your fog. That's huge, because now I think we really have a chance at the 50s. I woke up this morning and was like, I don't know if we're going to make it into the 50s because we got a dense fog advisory. But all of a sudden, that's clearing. Temperatures hanging out in the 30s this morning. We are breezy, and the breeze you can thank clearing out the fog. We'll take a look at how high these temperatures are going to climb in that forecast coming up. Megan. Speaking
of a little bit of that fog, we are seeing some light ice on the road. MnDOT reporting from some freezing fog from Burnsville to Bloomington on 35W as you're coming up there if you're traveling from the South Metro this morning. Looking this morning at the Burnsville split area, things look great as far as no crashes. We are again seeing potentially a little bit of that light ice on the roads, but overall, no crashes at the moment, Alicia.
Megan, thank you. As you heard from John, we could see another record-breaking day with temperatures well above 50.
But this heat wave could come at a cost to our bodies and the environment as well. Michelle Beck is in St. Paul to explain exactly why. Michelle.
Hey, good morning, Jason and Alicia. Well, in the last 15 hours, we have spoken with several experts who all say that we will pay the price in the coming months, especially all the more if you've got allergies. Now, with the warmer weather, there's more time for plants to grow and pollen to fester. Of course, there's effects of climate change too, bringing the pollen up. From longer exposure to pollen over time, Dr. Zeke McKinney from Health Partners tells us more people will get allergies. He also expects worse symptoms.
People are going to be definitely affected. Whereas people are normally expecting to see this stuff in the spring and the fall, as climate change continues to progress, it's going to be more common that this might be an ongoing issue year-round.
Now, we also spoke with an air quality forecaster who also warns of a summer that could be ahead full again of poor air quality. Of course, it reminds us of what we saw last summer, pretty bad. Also reminds us of what we've seen last summer as well when it comes to droughts. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, we'll talk about more concerns to the environment there. Guys.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. So on your screen right now is the QR code to download our KARE 11 app. You can use it to get custom forecasts, to see the best times to get outside today and enjoy this warm up that we're seeing. Again, scan the QR code. You can also download it from your phone's app store.
6:04 here on your Wednesday. Developing this morning, a 21-year-old man from Savage will spend almost the next 7 years in prison for compiling an arsenal of illegal weapons. The sentencing came down less than 15 hours ago. Prosecutors say 21-year-old River Smith was preparing for a violent attack. He was arrested after buying illegal gun parts and grenades from an undercover FBI agent. At the time of the arrest, Smith had 1,000 rounds of ammo loaded into magazines. In total, Smith will spend 80 months in prison. This morning, classes at the Hennepin County Technical College will be back to normal about 15 hours after an armed robbery put the school into lockdown. Brooklyn Park Police tell us the robbery happened off of campus. The suspect, who had a gun, then took off into the school. The college immediately locked down until officers found the suspect hiding in a bathroom and arrested them. No one was hurt.
Turning out to developing news in the race for the White House and the ballot battle involving former President Donald Trump. We're learning this morning Trump's name will remain on the Illinois primary ballot for now. A group of voters asked to remove the former president, arguing the insurrection clause in the 14th Amendment barred him from holding office. The state's election board ruled it doesn't have the authority to decide whether he violated the Constitution. The Supreme Court will take up that case next week. Meanwhile, Minnesota Congressman and presidential candidate Dean Phillips could find out today if he'll be on Wisconsin's primary ballot. President Biden is the only Democrat listed right now. Phillips wants Wisconsin Supreme Court to order the state preference selection and the Elections Committee to add him to the ballot. They have until today to respond. Now, if the case makes it to the high court, a decision needs to happen before absentee ballots are sent out.
With the Minnesota primary a little over a month away, the ballots have been set, but one woman is asking you to not vote for her. Crystal Gable lives in Colorado, but she's on the Minnesota ballot as a presidential candidate in the legal marijuana party. She claims without her consent. Gable is a cannabis activist and has run for office in other states before, but she said she was never asked to run in Minnesota. She only found out she was on the ballot when a Google alert came to her phone this week letting her know. She says, quote, "I was not approached to run for office by anyone in the LMN Minnesota Party. The LMN Minnesota Party listed me on their ballot without any communication or my consent." The party says she has been in discussions about it, and since the ballots are already printed, she will remain on them. To that, she says, "Please do not vote for me."
New data reveals the dental industry is struggling to fill some jobs, and now it's having an impact on patients.
I'm Jennifer Hoff. Employers continue struggling to fill certain jobs, and that's especially true for dentists trying to hire hygienists. The American Dental Association reports a third of all dentists are hiring, a problem attributed really to the pandemic. New data citing poor workplace culture, burnout, and low pay, leading to a lot of early retirements. Locally, some clinics report wait times up to 6 months and patients in rural areas traveling up to 3 hours to find a dentist. And while enrollment is up at the state's 9 accredited schools, they're now hoping the legislature will provide them some money to build more infrastructure, some more clinical space to accommodate all the new students.
This morning, a couple longtime stores in the South Metro are coming down. Crews started tearing down the old Toys R Us and Herberger stores at the Southtown Shopping Center in Bloomington yesterday. They sat empty for more than 5 years. Back in the fall, the city said they couldn't be renovated. The teardown will take about 12 weeks.
Time now 6:07. Some good news out of Minneapolis this morning. We're learning tourism is slowly starting to rebound. According to Meet Minneapolis, hotels across the city in 2023 recorded their strongest year since before the COVID-19 pandemic. The agency says that's about 2 million rooms more booked last year compared to years prior. That translated into more than $10 million in revenue for the city.
In just under 3 hours, you can start applying for permits for the Boundary Waters canoe area. It's for the quota season, runs from May through September 30th. The reservation fee is just $6. You do have to pay a recreation fee per person. It's also important to note that you can't get a permit for someone else and transfer it to them.